They say the left hand, it drop mountains. They say the right hand, be slaying dragons.
One of the guys that people would just associate your name with, Bob, is Mario Barrios. He has the big fight with Ryan Garcia coming up.
Yeah.
You're still managing him, correct?
Yes.
You're still involved in his
still
career.
Part of his team. I've been with him since his pro debut. Been part of his team, and still associated with him. And we're excited about the fight for him and the opportunity with Ryan Garcia. And big win there, and puts him in a great position to unify with Devin Haney or one of those guys. So it'll be great.
Do you think this is a fight that he bounces back from? Because you look at like Pacquiao, Ramos. That wasn't the Barrios that fought Ugas or like Fabian Maidana early in his career, Ryan Carl. What kind of Mario Barrios?
Sure, our Batiaf that he won the title with was a tremendous fight for him that he won the title with earlier in his career. I mean, those were all tough fights and show what type of metal Barrios is. But the fact of the matter is he's coming off 2 straight draws in a row. We felt he needed a change, and I'm always about what's best for my fighter, what I think is in the best interest for him and his career moving forward, not what's in the best interest of Bob Santos or Louis Cubas Jr. We always do what's best in the best interest of our fighter, and obviously we felt him making a change, making a move, getting a different a voice in his ear, and to reinvigorate his career. 2 draws in a row is not going to cut it, and we know in the sport that we're in, it's what have you done for me lately?
Correct.
Lately, you have to produce at the highest level, and we feel that he can attain a higher level than what he's been at right now. And I just think a new voice in his ear, new camp to reinvigorate him, and not having too many voices in a camp. One single unified voice is what he's going to need, and I think that's going to be the key to his success.
And that voice is Joe Goosen, a voice that, from what you told me, you have a good relationship with. So I'm sure you feel comfortable with him being in the corner.
Well, sure. Joe's a Hall of Famer. Proof is in the pudding. I mean, you look at the job that he did with the Morales brothers. Look at the job he did with Michael Nunn. Look at the job he did with Sugar Shane Mosley. Joe's been around a long time. I learned a lot from Joe. He's a mentor of mine, and Joe definitely is one of the best to ever do it. You don't get into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. No disrespect to California Hall of Fame or any other Hall of Fame, but when you're talking about the International Boxing Hall of Fame, he's proven at the highest levels. And if anybody's going to be able to get it out of Barrios at this stage of his career, I think it's going to be Joe Goosen.
Of course, and it's an intriguing fight because Ryan Garcia, everything that comes with him, the big left hooks, the following, just everything with him.
And Joe was his former coach.
Joe was his former coach. So there's a storyline here.
Well, I got an interesting storyline for you too.
Go ahead.
So, back in the day when me and Joe obviously worked with Joel Casamayor, Joe had Joel Casamayor. Me and Joe, we fought against Chico Corrales the first fight. Chico Corrales, we beat him, obviously, we stopped him. And for whatever reason, Casamore wanted to go in a different direction. I don't know what that reason actually was, or maybe I do, maybe I don't want to go on record with that, but anyway, so he went a different direction and he went with a different coach. And Joe took on Chico Corrales, kind of similar storylines here. But the interesting caveat is Joe took Casamayor and beat Corrales. Then he took Corrales and beat Casamayor.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll be the case here with Garcia and Barrios. Not that they fought each other 2 or 3 times, but obviously he did used to be the trainer of Garcia, and now he's going to be training Barrios. And we'll see if he can take Barrios over the top with Garcia. I think he will be able to do the job.
A lot of people aren't giving Mario Barrios a chance because of the last 2 performances. Why should they?
Well, let me tell you something. If you look at the Ryan Carl fight, like you said, great performance by Barrios. If you look at the Bacteria fight, I mean, he's got to be one of the most unfortunate guys. I went up against him 2 times. We won the world title with Barrios against him, and then I won the world title and taking Alberto Puello, the first Dominican ever, at 140 pounds, and we beat him on that night. But it was a very, very close fight against Joel Diaz, and it could have went either way. It was a very, very, very close fight. It was a type of fight that you could flip a coin. Fortunately for us, we pulled it out, got the decision, and taking Puello to become the first 140-pounder to win the world championship in Dominican history. I'm glad to be a part of that, as I'm mentioning now. But that said, you think about that win with him. At that time, he was undefeated. He had never lost a fight. That was a tough fight. Barrios got the job done. If you look in the Gervonta Davis fight, it was Floyd Mayweather who's going in there in the 10th or 11th round, I believe. He should have never been able to go in the corner and do that. He wasn't a part of the corner, and you should never have a promoter that's able to come into the corner and say, hey, Tank, you need a knockout. You're behind on scorecards. So had he not done that, who knows? Maybe Barrios would have got the victory over Tank. We thought we were winning that fight. Floyd Mayweather thought he was winning that fight, so he was within, you know, where there would have been controversial or a lot of fans believing him winning that fight. So it's very, very competitive. Then you think about this, his very next fight, he goes into the fight with Keith Thurman. First fight at 147 pounds. So you come off your first loss of your career, and then you go into a fight with Keith Thurman. He went the distance with Keith Thurman, arguably at the time one of the best welterweights in boxing. And then we had a great win over the Puerto Rican kid in Showtime, a great stoppage win. Won the title versus Ugas. And, you know, then we had the defense against Madonna, and then unfortunately, you know, sometimes things take a change, and again, it just got to the point where we just felt that the kid needed a change. He needed a different voice in the camp, and one unified voice. That's the main thing. You can't have in camps too many cooks in the kitchen.
I was gonna say that, yeah.
You can't have too many cooks in the kitchen.
Okay, I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, you got to have a direction in the sport.
You got to have direction. The guy has to have that. And I think with Joe, it'll reinvigorate him with one unified voice. So I think we made the right decision for him in his career. Obviously, we put him in the Ryan Garcia fight, coming off the fight he just had with Pacquiao. And Barrios is in a great position. He comes out with the win, and he's on top of the world. He can unify the titles and really set him and his family up for his future, to say the least.
Yeah, maybe even do the Devin Haney fight. He was posted about that earlier in the week.
We know Devin very well from sparring with Devin in the Bay Area.
Yep.
So we know Devin very well. I've known Devin for a long time. I know his father. It's going to be an easy fight to be made. But first things first, we got to take care of Ryan Garcia. God willing, we get the job done. I think he can do it. There's no doubt in my mind he can do it. He's got a Hall of Fame coach in Joe Goosen. And I think Joe, obviously with him, no nonsense. It'll be one voice, one direction, and that's what he needs.
Thank you for watching True School Sports.
Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports empire, the home of boxing. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers, guys. So help us keep being great. Help us keep pushing out that real boxing content for the fine folks all around the world. And make sure you jab, you hook, you Mike Tyson, you Mayweather that subscribe button. Pops, show them how do they gotta hit the subscribe button. Pow!